Hi, everybody. My name's Jason,
Jaden. I'm Eli.
and we are the Yahuwah and the Torah channel. And there's Eli. How you doing, bro?
Not great.
Not great. What's going on?
Sick.
What kind of sickness?
That?
That sounds like you have an average everyday cold. Are you okay?
Yeah.
What do we do for this? We put you in bed. We give you some chicken noodle soup and some Kleenexes, and we tell you to buck up, and you'll be just fine. Honey and lemon, and you'll be just fine. And is any cold good, guys? No. All right, that's the best we have. Jade, how you doing?
Good.
Everything good?
I'm fine.
How's your immune system?
Great.
Do you have an alpha or do you have a beta immune system at the moment?
That's my alpha immune system.
Okay, and what happens when you do get sick? And
I'm not getting sick.
so we have this thing around here about the alpha immune systems, and we try to stay unsick as long as possible. Some of us, we don't get sick. Now, Nicole, she's a weird one. She never, ever, hardly ever gets sick. Like you, I can't even remember. There's only been maybe 3 or 4 times, maybe in 25 years, that she's ever gotten something or gotten some sort of sickness. And we were discussing the other day, there's only been 2 times in 25 years she's ever been in bed for sickness. And I couldn't remember any time in the last decade. It's been about since I was back in the States when I was eating all that poisonous food and everything, and really on death's door. So yeah, here we are. Welcome to the Yahuwah and the Torah channel. We are the channel that believes that the laws, statutes, and commandments of our Creator are good for all times, all generations, all peoples, all creeds, all races. And the first 5 books, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, will set forth a structure of iron and steel, and you will be able to build your families with this. You will be able to build your lives with this. It is really the greatest thing that we have ever had and ever have been given. And Eli will have to take his hacking way out that door for a moment. He'll return. It is the greatest thing we've ever had. And we can't be, the Creator of the universe has given us a set of doctrine, a set of guidelines that if we will keep, if we will operate under, He says He will operate and keep us. He says He will be our Elohim. He will guide our life, and as long as we are in covenant with Him, and to be in covenant with Him, it simply means that we are doing what He says we should do. Now, what you're looking at right before you guys is the Yah Scriptures. It is probably the greatest English translation of Scriptures that has ever been produced. I stand behind that, and I still believe that. And it is my default Scriptures that I use. I know a lot of people have swapped this over to their default version as well. Now, this is a limited edition, but let me tell you where the future of this goes if we're able to continue, is that the next version of this will be a lighter version. It will be the small side of it. It will be a portable version, small print, one of those things that we can just mass produce and mass deliver for very, very cheap. So this is limited. And if you guys want to make sure that you guys have this while we have this, and hopefully we'll bring this back again, but for sure we have to focus on the little scriptures. So get them while you can still get them. And they're at YahScriptures.com. Put a .com on that. This is a massive, massive book, fellas. It's 3,153 pages with amazing, huge font. You can see it from across the room, and it is awesome. Okay, fellas. I did a lot of talking there. Nobody's doing anything. Eli, you probably shouldn't try to talk. Jade, how are you?
Great.
How's everything? You ready for a week?
I'm ready for the Shabbat. There's no more week.
Ready for Shabbat. Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. What does that mean? Today's a prep day. Hey, let's do it. Don't knock my stuff off. And we're still down 1. We're still pretty good drumming though. But all right. So tell us about where we're at, what we're doing.
Today is the prep day. Today is the day you cook, you clean, you do whatever you have to do today so you don't have to do it tomorrow. Because tomorrow is your rest day. Tomorrow is the day you spend with Yahuwah and you spend in His Word. You do not work, you don't cook, you don't clean, you don't buy, don't sell, don't light fires, don't make any people work. It is the day off tomorrow, so you need to have everything you do done today so that you don't have to think tomorrow.
Yeah, what is the theme of tomorrow, Eli?
Rest.
Rest. Try that again.
Rest.
That sounds cool. Yeah, and so they two of the 4 boys, or two of the 3 have. I'm thinking of me here because I'm wondering here, but we have 2 out right now. Jade and I have survived All right, so let's get into this. So today we're doing everything we're doing. Tomorrow we are going to rest, and then for us, what we do is we keep it from sunset tonight till sunset tomorrow. Some people keep tomorrow at sunrise. Some people actually keep it till sunset, which only puts you to like 12 hours of a day. But this is how we run it. This is how we see it, and this is how we operate with it. Everybody is to their own way in choosing. So Jade, we are into the times in life of Israel. For everybody looking right here, this is a lot of people love this chart. This chart's available at yahuahandthetorah.net. Click on downloads, and at the bottom of that is this chart. I think it's called the King's chart. Excuse me. So this is the days and life of, and literally the genealogy, the pedigree of the 12 tribes of Yisrael who were broken. Eli, you can just keep rolling it. Jade and I'll roll this. Eli keeps coming and going and just hacking and wheezing. So good thing this stuff can't go through the electronics, huh? You guys would all be standing 5 feet away here. Okay, here we are. So on the left-hand side, you have the tribe of Judah. It's not just the tribe of Judah, but we're comprised right here of 2 different tribes. And this is very important. And I explain this a lot. And I was actually explaining to a couple of Jew girls the other day. And I was like real fired up talking to them. I'm like, hey, you know about this stuff? And they had no idea. I'm like, I asked them, I said, little Jew girls, I'm like, do you guys read the Bible? They're like, no, we did that in grade school, but we move on to other books. And I'm like, oh, well, there's like, aren't you excited about the 12 kids of Jacob and all that whole thing and all those brothers and that whole system? And they're like, yeah. So it wasn't exciting. But anyway, so 2 of the 12 tribes are right there comprised of Judah. 10 of the other tribes of Yisrael are the northern dispersed tribe that is now across the 4 corners of the world. This could be us. This could be you. How do we know if this is you? If you are obeying the laws, statutes, and commandments of our Creator, then this is you. So during this time, we had all of this action going on throughout the kings, throughout scriptures, and we're to the point right here where we're into Isaiah. Now, the confusing thing about Isaiah is Isaiah prophesies the now and the future. And he kind of combines a lot of this together. And I believe this is what we are going to be seeing today in Isaiah 13. Now, Jay, do you have anything to add before we roll on this?
No. If you guys come to our King series, you know where we hear about Isaiah a little bit. So this is before they went into captivity.
Yeah. And so he is definitely prophesying to both sides of the people, Judah and Yisrael. But this is interesting. Let's discuss it. The message concerning Bavel, which YESHAYAHU, son of Amatz, saw. Lift up a banner on the high mountain. Raise your voice to them. Wave your hand. Let them enter the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my Kodeshim, my saints. I have also called my mighty men for my displeasure, my proudly exulting ones. The noise of an uproar in the mountains, like that of many people. A noise of an uproar of the reigns of the Gentiles gathered together. Yahuwah of hosts is gathering an army for battle. All right, so what do we make of this, where we have the reigns of the Gentiles gathered together? Now, number one is the Christians, they call themselves Gentiles. They love to be called Gentiles. In fact, it's a good word in the words of Christians. But right here, what are we looking at?
We're looking at the bad people, man. Gentiles are not good people.
What are the Gentiles doing right here?
They're gathered together. They're against Yahuwah, right? They're like doing bad.
Yeah, it looks like he's gathering an army for battle.
Probably to punish Israel here, because he always punishes them with the Gentiles.
Yeah,
that's like the biggest shame for them, right? Like, you lost the Gentiles, like they were supposed to crush Gentiles, they're supposed to be the people that are above them. And it's like when they lose the Gentiles, that's shame for them.
Yeah, absolutely. But I will put a spoiler alert into this, because Matthew 24 is going to be quoted, and actually it's not even quoted. Matthew 24 quotes something that is right here. So we have to understand that not all of this is for back in the day. A lot of this could be for today. All right, they are coming from a distant land, from the end of the Shamayim, even Yahuwah and his weapons of displeasure to destroy all the earth. Okay, something here that is interesting, it says all the earth, right? So it destroy all the earth. If we were talking just about Israel or the northern tribes, this leads me to believe that this is an end time event that is popping up here. And so So let's talk about this, because I don't know that the entire earth has been destroyed.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, most of the world is still intact.
And, it says on 6, let's read this because I think it's interesting, because it says, howl, for the day of Yahuwah is near. It comes as a destruction from El Shaddai. And, around here, we're in pack life. We love howls. Howling is a thing for the dogs of like complete, it is like a war cry for them. They absolutely come together and get ready. And we are ready for the day of Yahuwah. Are you ready for the day of Yahuwah?
I think so.
I mean, are you excited for the kingdom to come?
Yeah.
Like being separated from the people that you walk around on a day-to-day basis, the people that say filthy things that you know.
Absolutely.
So it is going to be exciting, guys, when it is the kingdom people are separated, because we got a whole group of people that love the same kind of stuff that we do and follow the exact same kind of values that we do. Okay, here we go, 7. Therefore, all hands go limp, every man's heart melts, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows take hold of them. They are as in pain as a woman in labor. They are amazed at one another, their faces aflame. Now, we're a bunch of dudes discussing the pains of women in labor. All I can tell you is it's from the outsider standpoint, it doesn't look good at all. Absolutely not something a man would like to go through at all. So it's not a good thing. But we don't have a time frame here yet. We don't know exactly if this is past or present. So 9, see, the day of Yahuwah is coming, fierce, with wrath and heat of displeasure, to lay the earth waste and to destroy its sinners from it. So I think this is talking about the end times, right?
Yeah, I think it's future, because I don't think the earth has been laid waste yet.
We haven't. Yeah, the earth is looking pretty foul, but it's also
still pretty huge too.
It's huge, right? And when it says destroy its sinners from it, it's still happening, right? I mean, we live in a land of sin. That's just really what everyone does. The Christians are lawless, right? By their own glee and happiness, they will laugh and tell you the laws are gone. So those are dangerous things you should consider. Okay, 10. For the stars of the Shamayim and their constellations do not give off their light. The sun shall be dark at its rising, and the moon not send out its light. Okay, so if people think that this particular verse was right then, Messiah still quoted this in Matthew 24. He said the same thing. He was talking about the end of the age. And so back in Matthew 24, this is the same thing when his disciples ask him these questions of when was it coming to the end of the age? When is this temple going to be destroyed? All these kind of things. There's 3 different questions in one. But he answers quoting YESHAYAHU right here. Okay, 11. And I shall punish the world for its evil and the wicked for their wickedness, and shall put an end to the arrogance of the proud and lay low the pride of the ruthless. Okay, so we're absolutely not here, right? This is not. We're not here. The proud, the arrogant. Everybody, everybody goes. OMG is like a big thing. Even though that the name of our Almighty is not God, everything is about blasphemy and about jokes and dirty, filthy stuff. And, you watch these Hollywood movies, they're all cursing and they're all saying things. And again, I know it's not the name of our Creator for those who are understanding of what his real name is, but it represents that, and they're being disrespectful nonetheless. And we have a Torah command that literally says that if you're blaspheming the name of our Creator, pick up the rocks, fellas. It's time to deal with this. Okay, 12. I shall make mortal man scarcer than fine gold, and mankind than the gold of Ophir. So I shall make the Shamayim tremble, and the earth shall shake from her place in the wrath of Yahuwah of hosts, and in the day of the heat of his displeasure. Lots of stuff right in that verse. What do you think I'm going to say about this verse, Jobs?
Yeah, this is what they deserve for being evil, but I don't know what you're gonna say. I mean, this is
13.
13. Yeah, I know.
And
I
the
don't know what you'd
earth
say.
shall shake from her place.
Oh, I see. I thought you were talking about trying
So-
to relate to Matthew. No, I see where you're going with this.
How does this work, Jade? How does according to this well, I don't even know what NASA stands for. Not a space agency for sure, but never a space agency. There's call it what it is. People have been hoaxed people always didn't think we were monkeys on a spinning water ball flying millions of miles around one that way and another. So if the earth needs to shake from her place, if we were wobbling and tossing and spinning, it would hardly be, there would be no, what place? What in the world are we talking about, right? He would just maybe kick it even further, just grab the earth and punt it. That would do it. But this is the thing, is according to the book of Enoch, guys, she's flat. Like there is nothing that is spinning or twisting or twirling, anything like that. The sun is released from a gate. The moon's released from a gate. It goes in another gate. It's just a cycle, which is why they've taken books like Enoch out of Scripture so that we can all just be deceived and not think that our Creator is literally outside his terrarium looking in at his creations, watching them to see if they will serve him or will not serve him. And when they make their choice, when we do all our choice, he will separate the weeds from the good seed. So yeah, here we are. This is not a good day. We're all going to be scared to death when this happens. Probably good side and bad side. This is not going to be good. We've lived a life of Yahuwah not being wrathful, not being vengeful for us. Not, he will test us. He will try us. He will spank us for his displeasure. But it's not like this, right? We don't want to be on the bad side of our Creator, which is why there's another commandment that we said, we don't do what's right in our own eyes. Do what is right in the eyes of our Creator. Okay, 14. And it shall be as the hunted gazelle and as a sheep that no man takes up. Every man turns to his own people and everyone flees to his own land. When Messiah comes and when Yahuwah and Yahushua take this on, all of a sudden the hunters become the hunted, right? And basically what it's talking about is people being hunted, right? You're going to go down.
If you're not a Torah keeper, you're probably going to be hunted.
Yeah, and you're going to have like messengers, forget these AI robots and all this other, Boston Dynamics and all these killer robots and things like this. It doesn't matter. These things are zilch when you don't know how to control the actual ether that makes them up. And that's why you don't fight. You don't fight against forces like this. Okay. Whoever's found is thrust through, and everyone taken falls by the sword. And their children are dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses are plundered, and their wives ravished. See, I am stirring up the Madites against them, who do not regard silver. And as for gold, they do not delight in it. And bows dash the young to pieces, and they have no compassion on the fruit of the womb. Their eye spares no children. And Babel, the splendor of reigns, the comeliness of the Castite's pride shall be as when Elohim overthrew Sodom and Amorah. And she shall never be inhabited, nor be settled from generation to generation, nor shall the Arabian pitch tents there, nor shepherds rest their flocks there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be filled with owls, and ostriches shall dwell there, and wild goats frolic there, and hyenas shall cry in their citadels, and jackals in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days are not drawn out. So
that seems like something in the future. I don't think they've had this yet.
This is where it like mixes old with new, I think. But there's a tremendous amount of stuff because we still have a mystery Babylon that we are going to be dealing with, the super Babel, the one that took it all. And there's a lot of stuff in here that we hear in end times prophecy stuff later on. And so more than likely, this could very well be all later. But I'm sure there's you guys out there who are pretty astute and pretty studied up on it. We are always good trying to get more info. So for those of you who have done it and been there, if you guys have any other understanding on Isaiah 13, we would love to hear it, and we will bring it up in the next time that we read. But I guess that is that. Thank you guys very much for everybody who sat and listened to us as we are rolling through this. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you guys have a wonderful Shabbat. Much love to you and your family.
All right.
Shalom.